Hi, everybody. This is Life in Vibe, otherwise known as Ray. And yes, we're back with Tim. Though I am going to give heads up that on Friday, this coming Friday, that would be July the 11th, I will be with my friend Cheekbones doing a live about Chantel and her kidneys. So, or Foodie Beauty, whichever way you want to call her. So, we'll be doing something different then. But today, yes, it's Sarasota Tim. And he is continuing to want to let all of his community, all of his subscribers know just how much he appreciates them. And he is continuing to make dedicated, long videos about how much he is appreciating and enjoying his community. And if anybody is aware of watching content around Tim, it's been quite the ride because we obviously had Tim and Tammy. And I think when Tammy was around, I don't know, Tim appreciated his audience, but he also definitely had the attitude of, I show you the content that is my life, and I show you everything, whether you like it or not. And I don't know. I think a lot of the people that watched him initially came in watching Social Security videos and thinking that he was kind of affable going to Publix. And I think everything else has kind of made it quite not that person any longer. He is somebody quite different. And he has a video out today. He only put out 3 videos. So he had that one day where he put out 10. I think he wore himself out. And ever since he only had a couple of videos yesterday. And then today he's had, I'm sure an evening chat or some others, but he had that. And then he's like really slowed down. And he does say some interesting things in this particular video when he's walking around the mall. And so let's just get into it because people don't want to hear me chat. So I'm swapping places with Tim so we can make a small over here. And yes, that's my fair use statement under there, Tim. All right, we're going to make sure Tim's at 1.25. Yes, and take it.
Going, everybody. Sarasota Tim, still getting my steps in the UTC mall here. And I'd stopped and sat down and enjoyed the AC and uploaded and edited that one video that just came out. And then I'm just walking around the mall here right now, and I saw a nice lady with a dog and a baby stroller. That's, they all do that, right? And her name was
That was funny. That lady was, waving as Tim was filming. That was quite funny. Actually, some of the most interesting parts of this video are the reactions to the people who were behind Tim. So even if you're listening to Tim, you should probably watch the people behind him because they're all looking and staring. And so he's obviously, he's definitely being noticed in the UTC mall. And obviously he is very chirpy today, out getting his steps.
Sue and Sophia was her dog. And it was one of those, them small dogs and lap dogs. What do you call them? Everybody's got one. The breed escapes my memory right now. But all white, just as cute as you can be. And so we sat there and we chatted for about a good 6 or 8 minutes and got really acquainted. She's going to be checking out the channel. If you're watching this, Miss Sue, it was very nice making your acquaintance, and wish you the best of luck.
You mean she didn't pull out her phone and get into the app and just sign up to YouTube? That's what I make people do. I'm just teasing. 6 to 8 minutes. That was quite an extensive conversation you guys were having. Tim really trying to do every type of on the ground guerrilla marketing to build up his YouTube channel. And you're going to have to do it, Tim, because this video, I have to say, it's only had 1,000, just over 1,000 some views since you released it. It's your least viewed of the day so far, but obviously it's the last of the day so far, so that makes sense. But it's received just over 100 likes, and I mean 108 likes when I last checked, okay? And it also has had only, Tim, 20 comments. That's not very much engagement for a channel with 67.7 thousand subscribers, Tim. If in reality you're getting 100 likes and that's 10% about what the watch number is, a little bit under, and 20 comments that are the ones that can pass into your comment section, wow, that is not great for your channel, Tim.
Sue is thinking about leaving the Sarasota area, but just going down the street to Venice, which I need to go back down there.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, dogs hate Tim. And it's not shocking that you didn't know the breed of the dog.
In video for you guys and show you the downtown area and also the beach. It's really cool. I went down there one time already, and I'm trying to get back down there. Speaking to her about that really put a seed in my mind to go and do that. So I'm probably going to go down there, and you'll see that video very soon. But still just getting the steps in. I need to get upstairs now. It's getting a little crowded downstairs. You're trying to walk through. But I'm telling you, this is the way to go versus that 110 degrees outside. It's just brutal out there. But I don't know what my tank went dead. I saw it yesterday, said, I don't know, 20%. Kind of warned me, and I just forgot about it. Threw it on this morning, and I keep looking at it, and there's nothing coming on. It doesn't work. But I got my phone, you know. Oh, God. Feeling pretty good today. I'm going to go upstairs now, like I say, and then we'll give you some more information in just a bit. All right? Hang in there. You see, this is the great area.
So I guess the information we have got so far from Tim is he has met somebody, some lady at the mall with a dog, and they had quite an extensive conversation. And of course, he told her about his YouTube channel, and he is grateful to be indoors in the cool weather, getting his steps in. He's very cheerful. He's got information to share. Let's find out.
They've got downstairs here, right outside of Macy's to sit. There's all kinds of chairs and sofas and places to kick it in the AC. And I'm telling you, people are taking advantage of it. And if you want to, I mean, look at this place right here. You just sit right there. You're right there on the escalator. Or you can come over here.
That poor lady looks shocked. Tim, I'm glad you're indoors because you look burnt from yesterday.
Front door, well, one of the doors, I should say. And there's sofas there if you don't want to be like, you know, right down in the middle of the mall. And then you got the free Wi-Fi. There's also the mall Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi everywhere. I don't need it because I got unlimited. But right now I got unlimited time to walk. Let's get it going. Let's get going. You know, as I continue to get my steps in, only 4,100. I got a ways to go. But as I continue to walk around the mall here, I keep getting notifications on my phone. And today's one of those good days for me that I really love people and I love my community.
It gives me a good idea of how potentially what is Tim's height as people walk past him. Oh, he's getting into the community poll.
I just had someone that I don't know whether he comments or I recognize his name. His name is Mr. Brad. He sent me an email. He's lost a ton of weight talking about calories in and calories out and how it's just that simple. And while some people agree and disagree with each other about the right diet and how to do it, there is no doubt that if you don't eat much and don't eat wrong things, you're going to lose weight. Even if you ate candy bars and that's all you ate and you burned more calories than you took in, likely math is math. You're going to lose weight. But I received another email from Ray with
you might lose weight, Tim, but you're not going to have very healthy numbers as far as like your actual like body, like your labs. You just had your labs drawn today. So despite the very aesthetics of what you're going for, Tim, which is, you know, what you're looking like on the outside, I think it's going to be interesting to know what your labs are. We won't really know what your labs are. You will. And that's interesting too, that your provider is no longer at the office and you were completely unaware. I'm guessing you didn't get the letter saying that they had left the practice.
Videos to encourage me. And I want everyone to know, especially the ones in comments that comment all the time, even people that are disagreeing. I've mentioned this before. If you disagree with the carnivore diet, you know, don't want to hurt my feelings, just don't want to say anything. I know a lot of you out there kind of keeping it zipped and you have a different opinion. And listen, total respect to you, no disrespect to anyone. And I don't want to be too dogmatic about this is better.
The reason why they don't comment, Tim, is because everybody learned from the beginning And a lot of the people who watch this channel now here, Life and Vibe, if you do like this type of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because you deleted their comments or you said something negative to them with advice they had given. I actually, believe it or not, Miss Vicky, came across an older video of Tim's, and I think this is a time when you were probably watching and commenting, and you said something, and it's still there. And I'm remembering now that I remember when Tim used to have some health things happen, and I would try to tell him some medical things like, no, this is something that I would recommend doing. And my comments would get deleted too, Tim, because I'm suddenly having some flashback memories. Because now I'm thinking, you know what? I do remember making a comment or two, especially because it was some health related. This was a while back ago. This is like sometime in 2022, I want to say. And so that's about 3 years ago, maybe even, yeah, it was at least 2022. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. And yeah, maybe 23. No, yeah, 23. Maybe it was 2023. That makes more sense, potentially. Yes, 2023. Summer of 2023, around about that time. And I think that's when I found and had discovered Tim's content. And and I know I had made some type of comment somewhere, and I know it was deleted. So yeah, that's what happens, Tim. And that's why anybody is too scared to say anything. Sorry, that got too long.
Best of everything in the world. But it is an Atkins, essentially. It is a low calorie, low carb. Well, it is a low calorie if they say you can eat all the darn steak you want and drink all the whipped cream you want, or heavy whipping cream. But anyway, I'm cutting that out. I want everyone to know, don't give up on me. I'm definitely going to continue low carb, much exercise, and just definitely get down there to be that 180 man. So cards, letters, emails, the comments are so much appreciated that you take the time and care enough to keep encouraging me. Because believe me, without it, and then the negative that I do get on the other side, they're like, just want to be negative and not encouraging. I might have given up already. I might have given.
Now, you might have given up already? Okay. People have asked me not to stop too much and interrupt him. So I don't want to interrupt, but I can't remember 5 minutes of what he said. Tim. People, I don't know if you perceive negative comments as just people giving you advice, or I'm sure there are now more negative things said, or are you talking about negative in the respect of channels like mine? Because somebody wrote in your comment section about how, channels like ours are showing up in their algorithm and their feeds, and I'm sure that makes you unhappy. And I think that that's kind of, I'm not sure. So are you receiving the negative? I'm sure people have written some negative comments. I get negative comments. It just comes with the territory.
I've been up on a lot of things already regarding my YouTube channel if it wasn't for the support and encouragement that I get from my community. And I just want everybody to know that, because I mean it from my heart. Thank you so much. Now let's get out there and keep crushing it.
Tim, that's the little bit of outro that Jay helped you make, and you said you were going to compensate him for it. And I don't think you have, but you know what? Not shocked, not surprised. All right, guys. So that was it. And like I said, I tried to be very good and not talk too much over him because I've been told off not to do that. But I did get a little bit distracted at that one time. So I do apologize as far as when I first started watching Tim and when I had my first comment deleted by Tim. So that's interesting to think about that in hindsight. But yeah, my mind wandered. It's been a long day. And I am interested that Tim is really working at the moment to ask his community to show him support, that he is so great for his community. I think that if you did live streaming at some time or did something that had engaged with your community and not had been so like kind of like sarcastic in the comment section when you responded to people, telling people you do you and this, that, and the other, I think you would have had a lot more people. I'm surprised that 67,000 people, you know, and probably from the views of your video, you're maybe getting 1,500 people. Sometimes you get a lot more. Sometimes some of your content inspires, 6 or 7,000 people to peek on in. So you still get some that can generate a pretty decent view count. I mean, my channel's minute, so I don't get really too many videos that get that kind of stuff. I talk about you, Tim. I think people are getting tired of Tim, which is why I'm talking about somebody else on Friday. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see if this strategy of, just letting his audience know how awesome they are all the time. Not that he didn't in the past. He always has, but I feel like it's on a real like uptick at the moment. Because there was a while he wasn't. I mean, he was grateful because they were sending him lots of buy me a coffees. But this is Tim hardcore telling his audience how much he is so appreciative of them without him probably receiving the same amount of buy me a coffees. I mean, today he was talking about like Angel Mission getting her steps in and him having to beat her and stuff. I mean, he never talks about Angel Mission. I mean, but I barely ever interacted with her. Now he interacts all the time. See, it's a whole new Tim. And we don't know if Tammy's still around. All right, guys, if you did make it this far, I would like for you to leave me in the comments section. I didn't even think what a good thing would be because, Tim was, talking. Leave me a little dog because he met a lady with a little dog. There you go. So if you did get this far in this video and you did happen to like this type of content, help me like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I so appreciate my... How do these people do that? Mike... See, I don't even know how to get the camp. See, I'm so terrible. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. You all valuable members of this community. Bye.